Hey guys, welcome to this week's Hot or Not Thursday. I found some brand new, very exciting items from CoverGirl, and this could actually be a dupes video because these are dupes for the Naked palettes from Urban Decay. First thing you notice, it's called True Naked, kind of like the Naked palette, and then you're kind of looking at this and you're like, a palette from CoverGirl. And you look closer and there's this little sticker that says shades, like a leading $50 eyeshadow palette. What one could that be? I don't know. For me, on one hand, I'm like, that's kind of stealing. That's not just having like a single eyeshadow or lipstick that kind of feels like, oh, it's a dupe. You know, the colors happen to match. Like this is like blatantly just making a palette that's just like the Urban Decay palettes. So I kind of don't know how I feel about that because I really feel like Urban Decay did such a great job with the Naked palettes and they really started a trend with that. And I kind of want to like tip my hat to them for making the original, but I guess imitation is the best form of flattery. We have a dupe for the Naked 1, the Naked 2, and the Naked 3. Quality-wise, these do not live up to the standards of Urban Decay eyeshadows. The wear time is not as good on these. They are a little bit tricky to blend and they are not as pigmented, but they are also around 10 bucks instead of 50. So if you have watched tutorials and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't afford just to drop 50 bucks on the Naked 3, which is like rose gold. I don't think I would wear it that often. I think this is a great alternative. And then you have everything you would need to do an eye look that is very rose gold inspired, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I tried these out. Today I am wearing the Naked Roses. They are very nicely pigmented. They are not completely saturated evenly with pigmentation. If that makes sense, you're gonna have to go back a few times to build up the color. Whereas with your Naked palettes, it's just kind of like pow, pigmentation, boom. These do work wet or dry. And I think that they're pretty good. They are much more powdery than the Naked palettes. You can see how powder is kind of just like, you know, a little more powdery, but the colors are beautiful. You cannot argue that. The colors are really gorgeous. I mean, they are all dupes. I think for 10 bucks, these are really pretty nice items. I have had my makeup on for about 4 hours now, and the shimmery part of this eye look has faded quite a bit. But there isn't any intense creasing. I did use an eye base. So let's get to swatching. I am gonna do some side-by-side comparisons just so you guys can see really how spot on these are. The first one we will take a look at is the Naked 3 and compare it to the True Naked Roses. Like, you can just eyeball which ones are dupes for each other. In the CoverGirl palettes, you get 8. And in the Naked palettes, you get 12. You also get a really beautiful brush in the Naked palettes that is double-sided. In this one, you get a sponge tip applicator. So there you have it side by side. Let's take a look at the swatches side by side. So on the top, we have the swatches from the CoverGirl True Naked. And then on the bottom, we have the Urban Decay palette, Naked 3. Moving on, let's take a look at the nudes. I actually just replaced my Naked 2 palette, so this is brand new because my other one had been used so much that the little individuals had like fallen out and were acting crazy, so I just got a new one. But you can see side by side, again, just at a glance, the nudes is very similar to the Naked 2, which is more cool toned than the original Naked palette. So let's take a peek at swatches. The top swatch is the True Naked Nudes from CoverGirl. And on the bottom, we have the Naked 2 from Urban Decay. Very similar. Again, you get more color selection with Urban Decay, but for the CoverGirl one, it's pretty good. Like, it's not bad. I think the shimmers are better in the Naked palettes than in this one, but you can amp them up quite a bit by using a setting spray and dampening your brush and just making them a little bit more bold. And then we have the original Naked palette right here, very similar to the Naked Goldens. So this is more of your warm tone palette. However, this one is the only palette out of the True Nakeds that is a little bit different because you have more greens in here and you can do more of a green, hazel, golden type of a thing, which I actually really like. This is really pretty. I did enjoy it. You can tell that it's drugstore, like you can tell that it is a tiny bit of a step down in quality, but if you don't mind that and you feel like you can work with it, then you know, 10 bucks, not a big deal. If you want to grab a couple of these, buy one, get one half off, wait for a sale, use a coupon, knock the price down. And I don't think that these are bad. They are actually pretty good. So those are my 3 comparisons. And then as far as an overall hot or not, I give this one a big thumbs up just for the price point. There are a few things to keep in mind, as I've mentioned several times in this video, but I hope that you guys enjoy taking a look at something new, and I think it is so exciting that they are bringing more palettes to the drugstore. I just hope that they keep improving the quality and that things keep getting better and better. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Mwah.